Hello. So I'm here with Gonzalo. Gonzalo, you joined Wealth Builders, was it 5 months ago now?
Yeah, maybe seven or so. I joined early in October.
Gotcha.
I think it was called differently back then, base consultants or something
Yeah,
like
we've
that. You
we've
were
we've
in
changed
process
a
of
few
run.
times. Changed a few
Yes.
times. Settled on one name, which is good. But why don't you quickly tell us about your business and what you do?
Yeah. So at the moment, I've got like a lead gen agency for engineering companies. Basically, I joined um, Wealth Builders or the consultancy because I've realized by talking to Kai and you that I didn't need to be a ghostwriter. There were other like ways to make money online, and in this way, I could like capitalize on my background on engineering. And yeah, we following uh, the rapid validation plan. Actually, I found out that what people were struggling the most in my space was lead generation. So really, that was what I set up about. And yeah, I've been doing that since November. I set up the company, and 4 or 6 weeks later, I got my first client, 2.5K a month, and yeah, that's been going well. Uh, got the support I needed from you guys, the confidence, and now I launched to go solo, quit my 9 to 5, and going full time on this.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Why don't you tell us sort of where you were beforehand then? So what challenges were you facing before you joined? Obviously you were in a 9 to 5, I believe.
Yeah. So really, I was working on a 9 to 5, and the job was good, but for like some life situations, I knew that I had to quit that job and change countries and stuff. So I was going to lose all my background, all my expertise. So I tried to start building something on my own that I could just take with me wherever I was going. And the thing is, if you go into Twitter, you realize that 90% of the things that you see there is like ghostwriting. So yeah, I spent months trying to learn how to write, make an offer, and all this stuff. And honestly, I just make like absolute zero. And I was like burning out, commenting so many times a day and stuff like that, telling myself that I was playing the long game. And yeah, like I ended up talking to you guys, found out that actually I could build a consultancy business based on my expertise, and it's been fantastic since then.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been awesome seeing you go from strength to strength as well. It's been a privilege, man. So
Yeah, thanks.
since you joined and we started working together, sort of what have you achieved? So obviously you mentioned you've managed to quit your 9 to 5. Talk us through sort of the journey and the achievements you've made along the way.
Yeah, so really, it's been like a proper journey because online there is a lot of information. Like there is literally all the information you need about how to make offers, sales calls, talk to customers, build your own company. But there is too much fluff as well. You don't know what is the right information, and there's a lot of people just talking without knowing. So joining the program, I think that the best thing is having the certainty that these things worked. And at the beginning, I learned how to do rapid validation, getting calls with people, um, doing some sort of free consultancies to figure out what problems people have, then building an offer around those specific problems and delivering solutions as well to target those problems. And yeah, from that moment, I also what I've achieved is not only that and the ability to like talk to customers, sell, sale, sell my offer, on sales calls, but also yeah, the implementation. Operations on the background, like there is so much about business that you cannot really see just on social media.
Mm, absolutely. And obviously the financial aspects, I'm assuming, are quite nice. You're making your own money now. You've got that freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, getting my first client quickly was key, I think, as well, because not only gave me like that cash flow up front that I could spend on myself, on learning more, on paying for the software necessary to build everything, automate tasks, and take up a lot of workload off my shoulders, but also gave me the confidence as well. Like, yeah, I mean, this works. I can do this, and maybe I can do this full time.
Absolutely. And so, what other improvements have you seen within your life, business as a whole since joining?
Um, I mean, for a few months it was really hard because I was also juggling my 9 to 5 at the same time. And personally, I guess I'm one of those people that I really need to see the where I'm going to, and taking a leap of faith was difficult given that I was leaving behind a 10-year career, a PhD, my dream job in engineering. So it wasn't easy, but since then, like I've gained so much quality of life in the sense that I am my own boss. I know what I need to work on, but I just decide when to work on that, when it's the right time of doing it. And maybe I can hit the gym in the morning when, there is less people around and you don't have to wait for like those, hoarders and other things like, I don't know, not asking for permission to go to the doctor. Right now I'm in Spain, came to see my family and I'm working on my business, which is something I couldn't do before just because of the job. And it's little things like this,
Yeah, it's interesting. When I did the same a few years ago, I noticed that it was the not the big things, but the little things that make the difference, the little quality of life changes that you get to do, spending more time with family, spending more time with loved ones, that sort of thing, and just I
Yeah,
think having the freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
yeah, that's it. Because sometimes I'm even working. There are days that I work more than I was working on my 9 to 5, but like I'm enjoying it. It's something I like, and it's like having a hobby I get paid for, and I can do for like I don't know endless hours per day.
Yeah,
So I
oh,
just
that's
choose
awesome,
how
man.
long I work. Yeah.
We love that. So scroll back 4 months ago, then, if you, well, sorry, not 4 months ago, like 7 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you didn't start working with us, where do you think you'd be now?
Well, difficult to answer, right? But I guess I'd either I would have probably burned out from trying to comment 50 times a day on Twitter, or I'd be just like stacking up like very low quality clients, or would have ended up working for free, doing some sort of ghostwriting gig to try to get some sort of like case study to then start. So really, I would have been like, if I hadn't quit completely, I would be so much far behind the line into having like an online business. So
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
it was really worth it.
Awesome. We love to hear that. That's great, man. And what made you pull the trigger in the end to join?
Um, Really, it was like really quick in the beginning. So I think I jumped into one of those spaces with you and Kai, and I think Glenn was there as well. I don't know. You guys looked like you were having fun, talking about business and other things. And I was like, this is the kind of people I want to work with. So I started talking with Kai and about, how what could we do about the business and everything. And then I don't know how it came up like, oh, but you mean like I can do like any sort of consultancy. It doesn't have to be like writing online, being a ghostwriter. He was like, yeah, man, we can sell anything with this method. And I was like, because I have like an amazing background here. He was like, well, let's go for it. And I was like, well, let's go for it.
Yeah,
Like, not gonna waste
you can just
any
make
more time.
money. It's a shop.
Exactly.
Just go make
Yes,
money. Mate, it's great
that's
fun,
it.
isn't it? That's
Yeah,
cool. That's cool. I remember that. I remember that. I think we were playing video games at the time, so
yeah.
I remember that well. And last question then for you. So, what would you say to someone in a similar position to where you were at, who's on the fence about joining the program?
Um, wow, it's like don't be scared of asking for help. 'Cause, like I was like a bit stingy with money at the beginning, but if you want to make money, mostly if you want to make money fast, you're gonna have to put some investment up front. Like I spent the last 10 years working in different areas in aerospace and academia and stuff. So I had some savings, but using that money to really accelerate and make that quick transition to having my own business was fantastic. And it's something that it was difficult at the time, but it was totally worth it. So I would really push myself into doing that. And the second thing is like you probably already have like a skill that you can make money with. You just need to figure that out. And I guess, yeah, you, Kai, and you, Charlie, have been fantastic and picking these things up for me. So that
Awesome.
was really helpful.
Mate, that's great. And, thanks for joining us today and looking forward to catching up soon as well.
That's all right. Anytime.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.